It was one of the most terrifying times to be in El Paso and back when a serial killer was on the loose in the borderland. David Leonard Wood, known as the Desert Killer, along with his victims, were featured this weekend on an episode of the Oxygen True Crime Network series, Mark of a Serial Killer. KTSM 9 News reporter Shelby Kapp has the story. Shelby?
Well, borderland serial killer David Leonard Wood was sentenced to death after he left police digging up bodies in northeast El Paso during the summer of 1987.
They brought out shovels and rakes and picks and that kind of stuff. We started, excavating and digging.
This is a look at David Leonard Wood episode of Mark of a Serial Killer, an Oxygen series that debuted this weekend, featuring some of El Paso's darkest days.
I could tell that she was a very young lady, very young. Petite, short in stature, and this victim was nude.
6 young women, ranging in age from 14 to 24 years old, unearthed in the northeast El Paso desert 34 years ago.
Newspapers say there's a serial killer on the loose and people are afraid to walk at night.
Right under the noses of parents, of police, of prosecutors, this man was wreaking his heinous havoc on all these young women.
Pat LaLama is the producer of Mark of a Serial Killer. She spent months interviewing El Paso detectives, prosecutors, and family members of Wood victims.
It isn't just telling people these sad, tragic stories of murder. It's getting to helping people understand the criminal justice system, how hard it is to solve a case.
We need to find out what type of person would commit this type of horrendous crimes.
Sometimes it feels like it was just yesterday, and other times it feels like it's been over 30 years, which it has.
Marcia Fulton still lives in northeast El Paso, just a few miles from where her daughter was murdered by Wood and buried. She remembers vividly the last time she saw her 15-year-old daughter, Desiree.
It's very detailed. Yeah, I mean, in my mind, I can see it almost like a movie. I can see her walking back. She was walking towards school, and then she turned around, started walking backwards, saying, "Bye, Mom, bye." I said, "Bye, see you later, love you." And she goes, "Love you too." Yeah, that's the last time I saw her.
Wood was sentenced to death and scheduled for execution in 2009, but received a stay that spared his life just 24 hours before lethal injection.
I saw it from the beginning, and by God, I want to see the end.
And you will find comfort in that?
I will. I will. And a lot of people say that the death penalty is, it's like revenge. No, it's justice. I mean, that's part of our justice system.
The killer, now 64, remains on death row in Huntsville after lethal injection was stalled the day before he was scheduled to be executed 12 years ago. Now, a new date has not been set pending a court-ordered review of evidence in this case. Shelby Kapp, KTSM 9 News.